SLC USA coming at you, digital PE at a park. So right now I'm going to show you how you can set up a sports circuit in any backyard or any park. I even found myself a patch of scraggly grass, and this is going to be enough for us to be able to do some activities. You don't have to have the most, pristine environment to be able to work on your fundamental exercises, the fundamentals of sports. There's also a lot of benefit to running on a good turf, so we're going to do that as well. We're going to do just mainly focused on our footwork. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to show you how to set up a circuit. So you've seen it already kind of in place, but I'm going to walk you through how I'm setting this up. The first thing I want to do is I want to set up my running area so I can work on my footwork. All right, so I'm going to grab the cones. Very portable. All this stuff I'm going to use I've been able to put inside of this small container, and there's stuff that I don't even need in here. You get a collapsible golf target like this. The wiffle balls, you have it in a separate bag. A little balance board, and really you could bring a mat with you. But got my balls. I got my soccer ball. I got my volleyball. I had basketball that was deflated, so I'm not going to get to do dribbling right this second, which I had planned on. But I have everything contained. So check this out. I got my cones, my markers here. That's what I'm going to start out with. So big cones are great for doing jumping. So you want to have that as part of your circuit, but you want it to be consecutive and you want it to be the jumping area. And the markers are great for doing the zigzags and working on sidestepping and backpedaling, the basic footwork exercises. It's really important when you're doing the markers that you imagine yourself going through it, but all you're setting up your footwork circuit, you want to make sure that you have your markers and you have cones. Cones are for jumping, markers are for marking your zigzag pattern. You're going to need to make sure that as you're setting up your zigzag pattern, that it is making sense for you to make these athletic moves. Meaning, if I'm moving this direction, I need to be able to move left or right without any hesitation. So you want to condition your muscle memory to move you in the direction you want to. So that's what this footwork circuit helps with. So I'm pressing, I'm going to go this direction, and then I'm going to change directions, and I'm going to go that direction. That's what we're setting up. We're setting up a zigzag pattern so you can practice your quick changes in movement. Super. All right, so we're going to set up our running circuit. I'm going to start with my markers, marking my line that I'm going to use for going zigzag, for working on my athletic movements, quick changes in direction, left to right, left to right. So I'm going to arch this out, but you can go in a straight line with this. It really does work. You just want to make sure there's enough room, probably like 1 to 2 feet, depending upon if you're going to be doing this with your kids. You probably want at least like 1.5 foot in between each cone. And if you're doing it for yourself, those cone distances can be a little bit shorter because you want to make more of a dramatic move in and out. So I'm actually going to put the cones pretty close together so I can take some real dramatic turns. And I like to, as I'm going through and setting up this circuit, I like to actually go through it to see if it's going to be enough of an angle for me to be able to make a quick movement. Now, to make this more challenging, you want to take each cone out to the left or right a little bit offline. All right, so another good thing about doing this separation is it allows you to then work on the back pedal. So you can work on the back pedal in the same formation. It's great to do back pedal with cones to guide you because you need to be able to keep your nose over your toes. Shoulders, remember, relaxed in your back. Knees bent. Fast feet. So what that means, fast feet, is that you can move your feet as fast as you can. That's going to help you to be ready to move whatever direction you need to. So what I mean by fast feet is that you have to be able to move your feet very fast whenever you are getting ready to make an athletic move. It's going to help your fast twitch muscles be able to take hold when they need to make a quick move. So quick feet. A good warm-up is to do a couple different versions of fast feet. You can lift your feet up higher and then lower. Really, when you're getting ready to make a move, you want your feet moving just super fast and not very far off the ground. But if you just want to get your muscles kind of warmed up and work it, a good thing to do is to lift your legs up more. You'll see runners do that kind of thing all the time. It's really just getting your muscles warmed up. All right, so I'm gonna do another zigzag, and then I'm gonna do back pedal. Now remember, when you're running backward or forward, you want to make sure that you're relaxing your back muscles, especially your upper muscles, because your shoulders need to rotate. All right, so we're gonna do, now I really messed up the cones, but it helped me to make sure that I'm staying on line and keep my head up. So I'm gonna pick up, and this is a part of the transition you wanna make sure you get your kids involved with, have them go pick up the cones, because just the movement of up and down is strengthening their muscles. First, we're just gonna warm up our legs and we're gonna do jumping. So remember, whenever you do your jumping, use your whole body. Start like a spring, bend your knees. You're gonna use your arms to drive yourself up. If you reach forward, you're gonna go forward. If you go up, straight up with your arms, you're gonna jump straight up. So I fell back a bit because I didn't follow my own advice, keep my nose over my toes. The markers are helping me to gauge my distance, but also it gives me a goal to beat. So I do a long jump, mark it, go back, try to beat it. set up our circuit. Remember, we're gonna do our line of cones. Jumping. All right, so now when you set up your cones for your zigzags, the more tight, the closer they are together, the harder it is to zig and zag. Very important. You want to work on that changing direction. Now remember, with side steps, keep your feet sliding with a space in between. Remember, nose over your toes, keep your head up or you're gonna fall. When you're running, make sure that you're not stiff. If you hold your muscles tense in your back, you're gonna feel very stuck. Relax your muscles in your neck and in your back. Allow your shoulders to rotate as you're running. You're gonna feel like it's so much easier. And you have to be able to run backwards just as good as you can run forward. Remember, nose over your toes, keep your feet open, slide. You're sliding your feet, keeping your head up, and if you need the cones as a guide, make sure there's a line there so you can use your peripheral vision. Now we're going to do the circuit and more of an arch. I'm gonna go in a straight line, but I'm gonna arch it.